right here at our event center. I'd love to welcome everybody to CSI, our Children's Surgery International, and I would like to welcome over 100 people at home. Thank you for waiting. We appreciate it. Let's give them a big round of applause. 220 people in the room, over 100 people. We are going to raise some money here tonight. Now, my name is Dan Maslowski. I am with Flattable Advancement. And I'll tell you what, a snowstorm could not stop this group. So, they decided to have a pandemic. And a pandemic did not stop this group. It is good to see your live faces right here tonight. We are going to raise a lot of money. We're going to have a lot of fun. But before we do anything, because we do have some great items coming up later, I want to let you guys know that your paddles are on the table. Okay? So take your paddles, maybe put them off to the side. You can see on your name tag, it's got the number. So match the number, okay, with your name tag. Unless you're like Moffat over there, you could just bid on his number the whole time if you want. Okay? The last thing that we're going to do before I bring up our executive director. It is a tradition. Every auction I do this. You have done this with me. You have come with some very gorgeous and wonderful people. Unfortunately, we do not tell the people around us we love them enough. So, it is a tradition of all my auctions. I want you to turn to the person you came with, and I want you to tell them that you love them. That was a deep kiss. I love it. That was at least 5 seconds. I love it. Thank you. All right, now I want you to turn to the person on the other side of you. I want you to look them in the eyes, and I want to say, I love that you are here tonight. You can give them a fist pump, you can give them a high five, or what? The third thing is for you people at home. If you are with anybody, I want you to give them a hug. And I want you to tell them, I love that you were watching this show with us tonight. All right, are we ready? On with the program, it is my honor to introduce Children's Surgery International Executive Director, Megan Sparks.
Hi, everybody. I know Dan just asked you to do a bunch of things, but I think we should all turn towards our friend Greg in the back and wave to all of our friends at home really quick. Thanks for joining us. On behalf of the Board of Directors at Children's Surgery International, I'd like to welcome you all tonight. It's so good to be together. How many times have we said that? I feel like on my wedding day, like my cheeks are sore from smiling so much, because it makes me happy. Whether you're tuning in online or whether you're here in the room, we're thrilled to be together, because together we're rising to the challenge to make a lasting impact. I hope you've had fun bidding. Please keep doing it till 8:30 on the silent auction items. We've got some other important work to do together tonight too. The CSI Gala is the single most important fundraising and celebration night of our year. So whether you're here joining us for the first time, or whether this is your 16th of 16 galas, I'm looking at Laura and Sue Baston, every gift tonight matters, so thank you. Coming up, we're going to tell you more about what we've been up to since we gathered last. We're proud of our pandemic pivots and our work to re-envision safe travel, as well as the ways we've expanded to deliver on our mission. We're also going to honor some really special CSI leaders just in a few minutes. And tonight we're going to rise to the challenge and we're going to raise some money. The funds we raise tonight will support our return to in-person collaboration and critical initiatives that I'm going to tell you more about soon. But first, we need to do some special thank yous. The CSI Gala is definitely a labor of love, and it wouldn't be possible without our event sponsors. So just a moment to extend our gratitude, in particular to our longtime gold sponsors. Thank you, Firestone. Special shout out to the guy who traveled the furthest to join us tonight from Liberia. Rearranged his plans to be here. Thank you, Don. Who also happens to be celebrating something special himself, too, in June, his retirement from Firestone. We're gonna miss you. Happy for you and Janet. Thank you, Lube Tech and BAME Foundation. Thank you, Children's Minnesota. Big contingent from Children's, thank you all. Thank you, Gillette, Children's Specialty Healthcare, our big friends down here. They showed up big, we appreciate that. And to the Medical Arts Building and our former board member, Ron Cornwell. Also a big thanks to Pediatric Surgical Associates. Thanks, Liz, for representing tonight. Each of these gold sponsors does so much all year to support our work, whether it's donated office space, employee giving, medical supply support, or sorting parties, they make it happen. So thank you all. Our silver sponsors, not only do you bring all your talent and your passion to our work year-round, tonight you've brought your friends and your family here to celebrate with us and make it happen. So this is nothing short of amazing, and thank you all for your support. Also, a special thanks to the CSI Gala Committee. Anybody who's touched any part of this gala knows that it's a lot of time, and it's super duper fun, but it takes a lot of work, and it would never happen without these special people. So a huge thanks and round of applause for our committee volunteers. Children's Surgery International provides free pediatric surgery and surgical medical services to children in need throughout the world. Our focus on professional education and training allows us to work collaboratively to identify and implement sustainable solutions. Our vision is to reduce global healthcare disparities by helping communities obtain the knowledge, the skills, and the tools to provide life-changing surgical and medical care for the children in their community. We're successful because of the hundreds of supporters that are fueling our work. That support comes in many forms. The gifts of time, talent, and expertise from our volunteers is what makes it possible to multiply each and every dollar invested by our supporters. Volunteers change the equation for CSI. And if you didn't say hi to them, our 3 part-time paid staff are all here tonight, and all 4 of the people who've ever gotten a paycheck from CSI are here at this building, because Sue joined us. In the past 2 years, CSI volunteers have leaned in to reimagine our work, to identify new opportunities, and to forge new partnerships, and so much more. The work we've done together in the last 2 years is so much more than a cliche buzzword or catchphrase. Because let's admit, we all are so tired of the word pivot. We've all done it, but we're pretty proud of our pivots. The work we've done together in the past 2 years has fundamentally strengthened and extended our mission. It's work that will continue long into the future. I'm proud of how we continue to rise to the challenge to make a lasting impact around the world for kiddos like young Tersit, whom I met in 2017 on my first trip to Ethiopia. Help for Tercet and the hundreds of children we serve would not be possible without the financial gifts made by all of you. Our goal is always to remain good stewards of your donations, providing tangible support to communities, both in traditional and new ways. In the turbulent times of the past couple of years, CSI has looked for new and meaningful ways to deliver on our mission. We're thrilled to be able to return to safe travel in light of COVID-19, and we're also thrilled to rise to the challenge and have an even greater impact. You're going to hear soon more from Siva about our exciting return to travel plans, but I'd also like to tell you a little bit about some of the important programs that we're launching right now. I'd like to tell you about an urgently needed new strategic partnership that we have to provide emergency medical care to children and families in Ukraine. Our new partners at International Medical Corps have more than 50 staff on the ground in Ukraine and hundreds more in neighboring countries. They are positioned to meet the immediate emergency medical and mental health needs of the Ukrainian people during this horrific war. And I'm really proud to say that a portion of the proceeds we raised tonight will go to support that effort. So in addition to your amazing support for our 2022 return to travel plans, you're also helping children and families in need in Ukraine right now. Thank you. All right. So now I'd like to welcome our CSI Board Chair, Dr. Siva Chinaduri, to come on up and tell you a little bit more about what we've been up to in these last couple of years, and also, again, to honor a few very special CSI volunteers. Siva?
So I'm going to tell you guys a story about a time I almost missed a flight. And for any of you who ever traveled with me, you're probably saying, which time? Because this is not, unfortunately, a new situation for me. But this was a really special situation. So I was walking out of my house at about 4 o'clock in the morning trying to catch an early flight. And I couldn't get out the door because my wife, Kelsey, was standing in the door. She was really, really excited to tell me something. And she had really big news. As it turns out, we had just found out that she was pregnant with our first child. So I was super excited. I was over the moon excited. But I was also freaking out a little bit because it turns out I was walking out the door to catch a 4 a.m. flight to Vietnam for the very first trip I ever took with CSI. And so I was thinking to myself, what do I do? Do I cancel the flight? Do I call and postpone? What am I supposed to do? And Kelsey, the voice of reason, looks at me and says, I'm not going to have the baby in the next 12 days. Honestly, you're a doctor. You should know this. Now stop standing around. You're going to be late. Let's go. So we went, and you know what else she said? She told me, this baby's going to need you later, but those babies need you now. So you should go on the trip. And I did. I went on the trip, and I was introduced to CSI model of care, and I knew that it was something very special. At Children's Surgery International, we believe that the selfless gifts of time, talent, and expertise from our volunteers allow us to multiply the support of our sponsors. With just 3 paid staff, we are able to run an organization of 300 volunteers and operate medical missions in 4 countries across the world. But our volunteers don't just do the work. There are times when our volunteers define the work, and CSI would like to recognize 3 such volunteers with board service awards today. Laura Koppel, RN, joined CSI in 2004. Her strongest memories are helping to start a deworming program in the schools and orphanages around Liberia that have become a part of every CSI trip to Liberia since that time. She was recruited by Jim Sidman, and she has made giving back an integral part of the Koppel family legacy. Her daughter Molly organizes senior class missions, and her daughter Anna is a very active CSI nurse volunteer. Thanks, Laura. You gotta stay up there while everyone else is coming to you. Lynn. Mary, Lynn. Huh? Am I out of order? You're out of order. Leave it to me. Lynn Randall, CRNA, joined CSI in 2004, and his most treasured memories are working on missions alongside his siblings, Luann and Leon, his nephew Dan, his sons Brandon and Tyler, and his wife Ruth Ann. He was invited to CSI by Dr. Dick Marnock, and he stayed around because there were too many anesthesiologists and not enough CRNAs to keep him from getting in trouble. Those are his words, not mine. So anesthesiologists in the room, I still love you. Please donate. Mary Johnson. Mary Johnson, RN, has served as our lead operating room nurse for many years. She was recruited to CSI by Dr. Bruce Ferrara, and in 2004, and she has helped organize all the supplies and pack for almost every single trip CSI has been on in those last 18 years. Her daughter Katie continues to be an active CSI volunteer to today. Mary, thank you very much. Lynn, I'm sorry, I forgot to hand that to you. As you can see, in a second, you'll be able to see. Next slide, please. Yeah. As you can see, all 3 have served many years on the board. They have been instrumental in recruiting, trip planning, and trip execution. Their decades of service have left an indelible impact on CSI. But what's more important is the passion that they pour into our mission is felt and emulated by every volunteer. Slide, please. For every parent whose uncertainty was pushed aside by a kind smile, they were reassured by Laura Koppel. By every partner whose heart was lifted in pride and confidence with their new skill, they were lifted by Lynn Randall. And Leon Randall. Lynn Randall. And every child who received a life-changing operation was able to do so because Mary Johnson touched every stitch. So on behalf of the CSI board, please join me in thanking and congratulating Mary Johnson, Lynn Randall, and Laura Koppel. Now, 2021 was a year of organizational growth, partnerships at home and abroad, and innovations in program delivery. We recently formed a more expansive vision of CSI's work. And instead of focusing on what we couldn't do, we turned your support into action and found ways to pursue our mission in new, meaningful ways while maintaining our core belief that the transfer of skills will lead to a reduction in global health disparities. During our travel hiatus, we delivered 20 live online lectures to 4 partner sites. We developed better IT and supply support management, and we have steadily provided material support to our partners to aid in their pandemic response and recovery. We've even made a new partner in Zambia during the travel ban. And in Ethiopia, we have seen the greatest fulfillment of CSI's mission. 2 CSI surgeons, using the skills that they've learned, trained a 3rd partner. And in our absence, they were able to independently provide over 100 cleft lip and cleft palate operations. In 2022, we have developed new small team and micro team models to allow us to return to in-person collaboration to stay safe and active. We used this model in Hermosillo, Mexico just last month for our first in-person travel in 2 years. We are now actively planning our next 5 in-person missions. So what did we learn in the last 2 years? We learned that the global health disparities that set the stage for CSI's work are just the beginning of the challenges that CSI faces. We have learned that pandemics and civil war and politics are all barriers too. But we've also learned that our vision is strong, that we can rise above and overcome these challenges. With the generous support of our donors and our volunteers, we have expanded what it means to be a good partner, we have expanded what it means to be a good volunteer, and we have expanded what it means to support CSI. Now, I want to personally thank all of you for your support for the last 20 years of our existence, for the last 2 years of our reimagining, and thank you for your support tonight here in this room and from your homes. I could tell you more about all the great things that CSI does, but seeing is believing. So Cheryl Hollahan is going to take you inside our first in-person trip in 2 years and share some of the magic that happened at Hermosillo, Mexico just last month. Thank you.
So let's think big picture.
Second. Yeah, sorry. I should ask, Brianne Roby to come up here and do this for me. But when you're ready, you give me the signal. But, oh, they say they're ready. I'll leave when I see the video on the screen. How about that? Just last month, this team went to Mexico. They helped a lot of kids.
Hi, my name is Cheryl.
And this is a special story.
I am one of the nurses with CSI, and I was on the trip to Hermosillo in February 2022, our first trip back after the pandemic. I want to tell you a story about one of the patients that we saw here. His name is Guadalupe. He will turn 2 in 4 days. His family lives in a town about an hour away from Hermosillo, about an hour and a half by bus. And Mom told me that, you know, when she was pregnant, she knew something wasn't quite right. There were a couple of ultrasounds, but they could never see Guadalupe's face. It was covered by the placenta. So when the baby was born, Mom said that he was full term and everything went well, but that the doctors and the nurses were very quiet, every hush hush. She couldn't understand what they were saying. They wrapped the baby up and took him away. They came back and told her the baby was born very unhealthy, that he would probably never be able to go to the bathroom in a normal way, that he had a lot of, you know, physical problems, that he just probably was not going to survive, and there wasn't much that they could do. He was placed in the nursery. Mom was allowed to see him at the end of his second day, but then he was, you know, in the hospital, and, you know, the staff was frustrated because he was crying all the time, and they just said that we can't get him to eat, we can't get him to feed. And Mom begged them. She said, just let me take him home. I will find a way to feed him. And so she took him home, and she had good support from her family. They all live in town. The grandparents live in town, and her husband and other 2 children and 1 grandchild. They all were very supportive. Just keep trying, just keep finding ways to help him. Mom heard about CSI and the things that we do, so she came to SEMA Hospital and asked for help. And Dr. Bree Roby reviewed the imaging studies, the pictures and the records, and the decision was made that we were going to come to Hermosillo and repair the facial cleft and the lip. And Mom was so grateful because she had been told by a doctor that there will never be enough donations for this. No one will ever pay for this because there's just too much to be done. And when she heard from our team and from the team at St. Andrews, they said that yes, we can pay for this, and yes, we will provide something for Guadalupe. Mom said that she was just overjoyed. She knew that finally she was going to get help. So I asked Mom. I said, after surgery, I said, so what would you tell the people at CSI? What would you tell them about your experience with this mission? And I'm going to quote to you what she told me this morning. She called us angels. She said, I am reborn. You brought my happiness back. I am very grateful for everything that you have done for my child. It seemed very impossible that anything like this would happen. Thank you for accepting my child and for your kindness toward my child. As team members, we can be the workers that take care of these kids in pre-op and OR and post-op and teaching and helping these families. But without you donors, without the organization supporting these trips, we can't make these things happen for these families. This is one of many stories that we hear, and I can't tell you how grateful we all are to have the opportunity to participate in these missions and helping these families that have no other hope. There's always going to be more kids like Guadalupe that need us, and so thank you for your time, and thank you for your donations that make this possible. We are so grateful to be able to serve in this way. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Mira, si te fijas, trae mucha costra, todavía no se le cae bien. Ahí es donde se le abrió tantito. No sé si sea normal.
Script. It's amazing the reaction of the parents. The tears of joy, the tears of happiness, just the tears of hope. That's what this is all about. It really is. And what a great video to really depict what Children's Surgery International is all about. And this is the time. This is the time where this group come together and all our people at home. And we provide the necessary tools. And the tools in this case is the dollars. To continue to do the work, to continue to provide that hope, to continue to make a difference. And tonight, when you lift up that bid number, that paddle nice and high, I'm going to tell you right now, you may never meet these individuals, but they know who you are, and they will always remember that. So tonight, when I find a level that you feel comfortable with, lift it up and be proud about that. Tonight, at home as you're watching, if you find a level that you would like to also pledge, don't be afraid to enter it into your mobile device. Tonight, we're going to start at a high figure, a number that we have never started at, and that is $10,000. Because today, we received a $10,000 gift. Okay, and I want to get the name right. And Megan's right here in front of me, so she'll make sure I get the last name right. Hans and Kristen Uland. Let's give Hans and Kristen a big round of applause. They want to start us out at $10,000. Do I have anybody in the room that would like to match that $10,000? If so, lift it up nice and high. Do I have anybody that would like to match that $10,000? I've got one right there, number 46, at $10,000. Do I have anybody else that would like to match that $10,000 gift? I've got a second one, number 62, at $10,000. I'm glad you guys are clapping because we are going to raise some money tonight, and your hands are going to be sore. I'm sorry about that. But that's okay. Do I have a third person that would like to do $10,000? Seeing none, we're going to go that next level of $5,000. Do I have anybody that would like to pledge at $5,000? If so, lift it up nice and high. Do I have anybody at $5,000? No problem. This is that Minnesota nice. Nobody wants to go first, right? I've got $5,000 that was pledged previously by Chris and Kelly Murphy. Let's give Chris and Kelly Murphy a big round of applause. At $5,000. Do I have anybody else that would like to match that $5,000? Told you, Minnesota nice. Number 165 at $5,000. Do I have a second one at $5,000? Seeing none, now we're going to get to the meat of it. Who would like to pledge $2,500 right now? Lift up your bid number up nice and high. Who would like to pledge at $25,000? Folks, keep them up because here they come. Number 114 at $2,500. Number 85. Number 64. Thank you, ladies. Number 75. Number 76. Number 94. All at $2,500. And there's more, folks. Number 21 at $2,500. Dorsey and Whitney is also pledging $2,500. Dave and Jenny Keel at $2,500. And Tim and Diane Thorpe also at $2,500. Let's give all 12 people a huge round of applause. As we work our level down to the next level of $1,000, Who would like to pledge $1,000? Hands are going up, folks. Number 98 at $1,000. Thank you. Number 70 at $1,000. Number 58 at $1,000. Number 28. Thank you, ma'am. Number 116. Number 126. Keep on clapping, folks. Hands go up. Number 116. Number 120. Number 107, thank you. Number 103, number 54, number 106, number 123, number 22, thank you, ma'am. Number 79, number 30, all at 1,000. Number 29, number 27, number 66 at 1,000. Number 119 at 1,000. Let's give all 27 people a huge round of applause. We have some people at home that also pledged $1,000. Let's give a big shout out to Dr. Bruce Vieira. I think I got that right. Fiara, Sean Boswell, and Wayne Rice, all at $1,000. And I'm sure we've got other people at home that are also pledging. Thank you, thank you, thank you. On to our next level of $500. Who would like to pledge at $500? Folks, is your hand sore yet? Because they're going to be sore now. Number 168 at $500. Number 25. Number 23 at $500. Number 152, thank you, sir. Number 35. Number 83. Number 55, awesome. Number 7. Number 81. Number 6. Number 78, number 11, thank you, 92, 32, number 160, 115 at 500, number 88, number 12, number 82, number 87, number 31, number 34, number 111, number 37, oh my goodness, let's give all 32 people a big round of applause. Another 16,000. 2 levels left, folks. Who would like to pledge $250? Those at home, start putting them in because we got people in the attendance. Number 39 at $250. Number 19. Number 17. Number 84. Thank you. Number 47. Number 5. Number 80. Thank you. 250. Number 52 in the back of the room. Number 39. 39. Anybody else at 250? Number 45. Let's give all 10 people a huge round of applause. We are down to our last level tonight, and that is $100. Do I have anybody that would like to pledge either at home or in attendance $100? Number 125 at $100. Number 14. Number 8. Number 9. Number 13. Number 105. Number 63, number 72, 155, thank you. Number 69, 75 in the back. Number 121, number 109, thank you. Number 91, number 36, number 166, number 61 right up here. Let's give all 17 people a big round of applause. For those at home, thank you for pledging. Remember, you have all night to pledge if you would like to. Our silent auction will be closing shortly at 8:30. Is it past 8:30? Oh, we missed it, darn. Hopefully you got your items, folks. Hopefully you got your items. Folks, if there's a level that I did not reach during our Fun and Eat portion, whether it be $20 or $20,000, you can also enter that into your bidding device. If you pledge today, do not worry because we wrote them all down. We will enter them for you. All right. Well, are you ready for the live auction? That's it? Are you ready for the live auction? That's that. I like this group. I've always loved this group. All right. Today, we have 5 outstanding items. And I'm going to steal Melanie's thunder, but we've got a surprise item at the end, by the way. Okay? Everybody likes those surprise items, right? I think you'll like this one, actually. All right, Melanie, come on up and let's talk live auction.
You told everybody about the surprise item. Dan?
I cannot keep secrets, I'm sorry. I try, but I'm not very good at it.
I'm gonna leave with that surprise item.
Are you?
Well, but before we go to the surprise item, first up, we have a glorious long weekend getaway, a romantic getaway to Napa for two, donated by Duckhorn Vineyards, Riverdale Travel, and the Wydown Hotel. You're going to fly to San Francisco, enjoy 3 nights at the beautiful Wydown Hotel in downtown St. Helena in northern Napa. Enjoy complimentary wine tastings at 4 of the properties at Duckhorn. You get $300 in a Visa card for shopping, rental car, limo to those tastings, whatever you decide you need to spend it on. And you'll rely on the services of the experts at Riverdale Travel for making air arrangements for 2 round-trip air tickets to San Francisco. There you go, Dan.
Yeah, I talked to one of the servers. They said that this is a wine-loving group, right? Do you guys like your wine? Do you guys like your wine? There we go. All right, so here we go. Napa Valley, 3 nights. This is your opportunity. This is a well over $6,000 item. We're going to start it out at $2,000 where? Who's got? I got $2,000 now, 25 now, 3 now, 35. 35, would you go 35 in the back row? 35. Now 4. 4, would you go 4? 4, would you go 4,000? Now 45. 45, would you go 45? Would you go 45? 4,000 right there now, 45. 45, would you go 4,500? Anybody else at 4,500? 45, would you go 45? Would you go 40? 45 and 5. 5,000, would you go 5? Would you go 5? Would you go 5,000? 45 and 5,000, would you go 5,000? He said, go ahead, now 5,000. 5,000, would you go 5,000? 45 and 5, would you go 5? Anybody else at 5,000? 45 and 5, how about 47.50, sir? Does that tickle you? 47.50, no, he said no. That was a quick no, too. 47.50, 45 now, 47 and a half going once. 47 and a half going twice. And I sold it right here for $4,500. Thank you. Number 83. Number 83.
All right, next up, we've got a magical escape to Disney. Who doesn't want to go to Disney World? This trip is 5 nights in a luxury condo, minutes from Walt Disney World. You guys, this private resort has a 5-acre water park. You've got PGA golf, you've got world-class shopping and dining. You get 6 complimentary tickets to your choice of 4 exciting Disney theme parks. And you get Lightning Lane access to those parks. Anybody who has gone to Disney with a small child knows that that is worth its weight, your child's weight in gold. And round-trip economy air for all 6 travelers.
That's right. Disney is open, folks. Disney is open. And unfortunately, some of the prices have gone up. But now's your opportunity to grab the whole complete package. Let's see if we can raise well over $6,000 on this item. I'm going to start out at $3,000 where? $3,000, thank you, now 35. 35 now 4. 4,000 now 45 now 5. 5, would you go 5? 5, would you go 5? 45 now 5. 5,000, would you go 5,000? 45, 5, thank you, now 55. 50, I've got 55, now 6,000. 6,000, would you go 6? Would you go 6,000? 55 right over there, now 6. 55 now 6, would you go 6,000? 55 now 6, and we're 6,000. 6,000, 6,000, I got 6,000. Now 65. 65, would you go 65? 65, would you go 65? I've got 65 there. Now 7,000. 7,000, oh, I'm coming over there. Now 7,000. 7,000, would you go 7,000? 7,000, would you go 7,000? Ma'am, you're in at 65, is that okay? You're already in. I could go 7,000 if you want. No? Okay, so 65, now 7. 7,000, would you go 7,000? 7,000, you were 7,000. Ma'am, I really like you. Because I got 2 of these. I'm going to sell one to number 165 for $6,500. Will you take the other one at $6,500? And absolutely. That was it a son or a daughter?
Son.
Is that why you're going to Disney?
Yeah, we've got 2 of them now.
Yeah, so good idea. Way to mention that you have kids. I love it. Thank you guys. We sold 2 at $6,500.
Wow, thank you. All right, next, we have a fabulous and singular gourmet Ethiopian dinner for 8, prepared by CSI nurse volunteer Tedbabawerg Ayele, affectionately known as Teddy. And hosted by CSI volunteers Dr. Paul Melkert and James Zimmerman. So this includes an authentic multi-course Ethiopian dinner prepared by Teddy, plus wine pairings specially selected for the meal.
All right, so I'm standing right next to him, okay? And I understand you're the talker of the group, right?
Talker of the group. All right, so we just built a new home in Delwood, Minnesota, which is somewhere between here and Stillwater, just north of White Bear Lake. I have an amazing chef that will be coming to our home to treat you to an Ethiopian dinner in our home. We have 13-year-old boys who have recently learned how to shave, so no mustaches. We'll be greeting you at the door and be taking your coat. We will serve you a cocktail that will be specially crafted with the permission of the chef to get you started for the meal. It will be a full-course meal, and we will make the dessert. What I found out when my husband and I, so I've been a volunteer with CSI for, 12, 13 years. It's been amazing. And my husband has been incredibly supportive. My first trip, our twins were 18 months old. When I left home to go on our first trip, it was incredible. And so he's always been supportive of this, and he went on his first trip to Ethiopia. We spent our 14th wedding anniversary on a medical mission trip in Ethiopia. I mean, seriously, one of my disappointments was the desserts in Ethiopia. So I was talking to one of the surgeons as we had a little bit of downtime and expressing my concern because I have kind of a sweet tooth, and he said, Ethiopian food is so amazing, there's never room in your stomach at the end, so that's why we don't have dessert. So we will also be serving dessert for this meal as well.
All right. Truly a priceless item here. So folks, I'm gonna start out nice and low, okay? I'm gonna start out nice and low. We're gonna work our way up, okay? Now, I guess I'm starting at 10,000 then, huh? Ma'am, I wouldn't do that because the lady behind you wants it too. So we're gonna have fun. 1,000. Yes.
Oh,
2,000.
Nope.
Yes.
oh.
3,000. 4,000. See how much fun we're having? There is no friends at a table. Your turn. 5,000. 5,000. 5,000 and you were 5,000. I have 4,000, 5,000. How about 4,500? Is that 4,500? And 5,000. 5,000, would you go 5,000? 5,000, man, would you go, oh, she's giving the evil eyes. I love that. 5,000. You've seen them, right? 5,000. 5,000, would you go 5,000? 5,000, would you go 5? Anybody else at 5,000? Going once. Ma'am, you can stand up again. 5,000. 5,000, would you go 5,000? 5,000, would you go 5? And you were 5,000. 5,000. Smiling, same as bidding. Have you heard me say that before? Ma'am, you know what? I like you too. Because I have 2 of those. And I just sold one for $4,500 to number 126. Congratulations. Would you like the other one? Absolutely. We just sold 2 of them for $4,500. That's $9,000 for CSI. Thank you.
Wow. All right. I don't know. I don't know where to go from there. I'm going to go next to this gorgeous diamond and gold necklace donated by Imperial Jewelers on St. Thomas in the Virgin Islands. This gorgeous pendant is a total weight of 0.5 carats, round brilliant cut diamonds set in 14 karat gold on a 16-inch yellow gold chain. This is a stunning piece.
All right. Are you ready? Ladies, it's shopping time. Gentlemen, it's your get out of jail free card. All right. Let's have some fun. Let's see if we can raise well over $3,000. Who's got me first? $1,000. 1,000, would you go 1,000? Anybody $1,000? Take a look here now. 1,000, would you go 1,000? Anybody $1,000? 1,000, would you go 1,000? How about 500? Where? 500, would you go 5? I got 500. Now 750. 750, go 750. Anybody else at 750? I've got 500 now. 750. Anybody interested at 750? 500 in the back row now. 750. 750. Anybody else at 750? Anybody interested at 750? 750. Anybody else at 750? 750. You know, this would be great if you knew someone was graduating from high school this year. We've got 500 now, 750. 750 goes 750. Anybody else at 750? 750 goes 750. Anybody else at 750? Going once. 750 going twice. And I sold it back there for $500. Number 103, thank you. 103.
All right. Our final item tonight is the always wildly popular Indy 500 Experience, donated by Firestone Natural Rubber. Experience the greatest spectacle in racing at the 106th running of the Indy 500, May 27 through 30. Package includes 3 nights of hotel accommodations, round-trip air for 2, and then you're going to be treated like a true VIP. You get access to the VIP tent, a cocktail party, access to the fabled track for autographs, photo ops, and that's not all. You get to attend the Legends Day festivities, including a concert headlined by country star Dierks Bentley.
So, little inside gossip. We get together, we talk about items. And this item gets brought up because it is probably one of the cool items. I mean, you think about, this is a whole weekend in Indianapolis around the racing environment. You get to see stars. It's VIP. This is cool, folks. This is a really cool item. Let's see if we can raise well over $5,000. Once again, we're going to start out at $2,000. Who's going to give me another $2,000? $2,000, I got $2,000 now, $2,500. 25, would you go 25, would you go 25? 25 now, 3 now, 35. 35, sir, would you go 35? Either one of you guys, 35. 35, 3 back there now, 35. 35 over the corner now, 4. 4,000, would you go 4,000? 4, both you guys are out, 4,000. How about one more time, 4,000? 4,000. Anybody 4,000? 4,000. Now 45. 45, would you go 45? 45 now 5. 5, would you go 5, 5, keep it going, 5 now 55. 55, would you go 55? 55, 55 now 6,000. 6,000, would you go 6,000? 6,000, here's 6,000. That's okay. You can think about it, 6,000. I've got 55 over there now, 6,000. Oh, she's taking a drink. That's always a good sign. I'm telling you, I've done this enough. I got 55, now 6,000, ma'am. 6,000, and we got 6,000. Now 65. 65, would you go 65? We'll wait for you to take a drink too. Now 65. 65, would you go 65? Anybody else at 65 going once? 65 going twice. See? One swallow. Look at what that we got. We got it. And you are going to Indianapolis. Enjoy this trip. This is really cool. You'll enjoy it. Number 65.
All right. Hey, you said something about a mystery item. I'm either going to walk away with it or somebody is.
Well, better not walk away with this item. You might not ever come back. This is pretty cool, folks. Give them the details.
This is pretty special. We have 4 cases of wine from the Wine Frenzy, valued at over $1,000. You can walk away from here with 48 bottles of wine, 4 cases of high quality wine. Some of the bottles in here, some of you know, you did the Wine Frenzy and you came away with some pretty spectacular bottles. There are more left in those 4 cases. 4 cases of wine. We're going to auction them off right now.
All right. You went to a gala and came home with 48 bottles of wine. It's got a good ring to it, doesn't it? That's right. That's how you introduce it as you invite friends over to drink your wine. All right. Let's have some fun. Let's start out super low. Who's going to give me $250? Oh, yeah, absolutely you are. $250. Now $350, now $450, now $550, now $650, now $750, now $850, now $950, now $1050, now $1,100, now $1,200. $1,200, where do you go? $1,200, where do you go? $1,200. I've got 11, 12, 13, 14, 14, where do you go? 14. 13 in the back row, now 14. 14, where'd you go? 14. 13 in the back, 14, now 15. 15, now 16, 16, where'd you go? 1,600 and 1,700. 17, 17, where'd you go? 17. 1,700, where'd you go? 1,700. 17, one more time, 17. I got 16, now 1,700. 1,700, anybody else at 1,700 going once? Late. New blood is what we call that. 1,700. Now 1,800. Don't give up now. 1,800. 1,800, where do you go? 1,800. 1,700, now 18. Anybody else at 1,800 going once? 1,800 going twice. And I sold it right over there for $1,700. Ma'am, can you show me your number? Can you show me number, or sir, thank you, number 31. 31. Well, folks, as many of you guys remember, I do teach elementary Phi-Ed. And when we finish an activity and they did a really good job, sometimes I have them take their hand, put it in their middle of their back, and give them a big pat. We just raised a lot of money for CSI that is going to make a difference, both at home and here. So give yourselves a big round of applause. For those that are at home, thank you for being here with us tonight. And now, on to Megan, right? All right.
Before we say goodbye to our folks at home, a special thanks. I don't actually know if we have a final number yet. Are you ready? Ashley? All right, lay it on me. Yeah. In case you didn't hear that, that's $252,000 in change. Thanks to you all tonight. And a huge thanks to Dan, our auctioneer. He's so much fun. Giant thanks to Melanie, the whole committee. And we're going to say goodnight to our friends at home. If you hung in there for the live auction, it was fun. And we raised a lot of money. So thank you guys for joining us.